Welcome Virgo, it's April 2014, Dadhichi here with your celestial synopsis, if I could put it that way. A look at your sign of Virgo and what may be happening over the month coming. There's a term I like to use called elegant currency, and sometimes people look at me strangely, especially when I'm negotiating business, because currency, money, value can come in different forms. And I think you need to be mindful of that, especially between the 1st and the 9th of April, when Mercury in the 7th house is going to be in a hard aspect to your career sector. So this is the negotiable sector of the horoscope, the type of people you're going to do business with. You may be looking wholly and solely at the financial remuneration you could get out of any sort of deal now. And that's also highlighted by the fact that Mercury moves to the 8th house of shared resources on the 8th of April. I raise this issue specifically because on the 15th, an important lunar eclipse takes place in your zone of finance. Now, this can shake up your whole sense of what constitutes value. What is it that's worth doing? What am I worth to be paid? What is something worth to buy? So these questions of value surround some of the transits that are going on now. But getting back to that point I was trying to make, payment is not always in financial terms. There may be ways you can do a trade or a swap or scratch someone else's back if they scratch yours. And that can sometimes yield better results than the cash that you're looking at. Just to give you an example, when I first started astrology.com.au, we basically had no traffic whatsoever. I wasn't all that well known in the online space. So what I did, it took me 18 months, I structured a deal with News Corporation to provide some of the horoscopes to them in exchange for traffic, because they were getting huge amounts of traffic. Now ordinarily, that particular service that I used to offer was around $600 a month. I waived that fee to them in exchange for the traffic to my shop, which, believe it or not, started to bring in around $3,000 or $4,000 a month. So you can see that the traffic that I negotiated with News Corporation was the elegant currency that I'm talking about, and actually started landing me 4 to 5 times as much money as I would have had I stuck strictly to the traditional method of asking for the money. I think I make the point there for you. There's another eclipse later this month too that I want to talk about, but first, and 2 eclipses in 1 month is a pretty intense astrological phenomenon. Disputes could take place around the 16th of April. Now, I'd like to say that just before venturing in to give you the prediction on this, this is the, I guess the axiom that the future ain't what it used to be. So this is an aspect that predicts likely disputes over the fact that you're not getting the money you want. But having said what I just said about elegant currency, maybe the future isn't going to be what it used to be if you heed what I've just said. Arguments associated with money, shared resources, contractual arrangements can take place on the 16th, but not without those favourable aspects on the 18th and 19th and 20th from Venus, Mercury and the Sun. So though you can have those arguments, you need to negotiate in a very cordial manner, and that again can be the opening for you to gain considerably and also allow the other person to gain. So we have a win-win situation. Excessive work practices, workaholism, spending too much time on something that's not going to give you the return on investment around the 20th and 21st of April. 22nd are also included in that. People making demands on you that really indicate you should be saying no, putting your foot down, and finding where you can best utilise your time. More difficult financial aspects on the 23rd, from Mars to Jupiter and Uranus. Mercury does move to your 9th house on the 23rd. This is a very favourable position of Mercury, and one that I think should bring you some lasting benefits, especially because this is related to education and improving your understanding of things, which is what this theme this month is about in terms of elegant currency, value. I'm just taking a look here at the final aspects that I'd like to provide you with. I like the imaginative aspect of Mercury to Neptune and the Sun to Neptune. on the 27th. This can spike your imagination and give you some brilliant insights or intuitions on what to do, how to do it, and that should be heeded. You should write your ideas down, and this can be favourable in terms of also being another form of elegant currency. Do take care till I see you next month again. In the meantime, my website is available there with lots of information on this month, next month, coming year. The website is astrology.com.au. Thanks for your company. Bye-bye for now.